Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank you, IACAN Board of Directors and Kanchan Kabar for honoring us this evening. Actually, when she invited me to the gala and told me she will be honoring us, I was really embarrassed as I really didn't think that what I did was so great that we should be honored. But then I realized that this is a good platform for me to tell my story, as many of my friends were in the same situation as me and really didn't know much about the bone marrow donation, and they have misconception about it, and so they shy away from it. So today here I'm going to share my story from my heart. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Gayatri Rao. I'm a mom, wife, first is wife, then mom, and I work full-time as a structural engineer in oil and gas business. And just like many of the working moms, my days are very stressful and evenings are very stressful too, with the kids and taking care of the household with my very supporting husband. And the weekends are very busy with social gathering. So as you can imagine, there is no place for anything else in our life. Me and my husband, Narendra Rao, we actually got registered as bone marrow donor around 10 years ago at this Diwali party. And we totally forgot about it. Actually, we never even thought about it that any day will be useful for a bone marrow donation process. And just this past November, during a busy day, I got a call from the Be The Match coordinator. She was very excited to call me and tell me that I'm a potential match for a leukemia patient. A lot of things went through my head while I was on the phone with her. First of all, I was thinking, man, how am I going to manage? Second of all, I was thinking, I just turned 40. Oh, did I say 40? I mean 20. And I was thinking, it's downhill from here, so I was not sure if I am healthy enough to donate. Anyway, I thought I'll give a chance, and I gave consent to test it further to see if I'm a perfect match. And I gave around 6 vials of blood, I believe, and then I forgot about it. And come December, we were very busy, holiday season, and a lot of things changed in my life. I actually got laid off from my work. Many of you, if you know, in oil and gas, it's like up and down. So I have to go find another job. And that means I have to get used to a new environment, new boss, and I have to prove myself all over again. Second week in my job, a new job, I got a call again from the coordinator, Leslie. She was very excited. She said, I'm the perfect match for this patient. And she actually told me the patient is an 11-year-old boy in India. When I heard that, the mother in me woke up. I know, being mother of 2 kids, 15-year-old Pranav and 9-year-old Siley, I know I'll go to any extent to save their life. And this was no different. So, without even thinking, how am I going to achieve all this with zero vacation time and a lot of deadlines, I said yes. There was no way I was going to say no. And when I told my husband, he was very supportive. As you know, many of you know my husband is very supportive everything I do. And I had to tell my kids. When I told my son, who is 15, I don't think he knew about it. He thought I'm going to get leukemia if I go through it. He was a little worried. I see that on his face. So I had to explain it to him. And after that, everybody was on board. But the next thing I want to, actually I'm a good Facebook user if people know me. But I didn't want to put it on Facebook. I thought it's very personal and I want to keep it to myself. And once I go through the process, I want to tell the world that I did it. But my coordinator actually told me, this is your chance to tell the world that, this process you're going to go through with it. So in the future, they can do the same. So when I did the write-up on the Facebook, the support I got was very tremendous. I was really humble. But I got a couple of messages from my very good friends who thought that I'm putting myself in danger, and they want me to check one more time if I really want to go through with it. But finally, I'm glad that I went through with that, and I'm very peaceful about what I did. Actually, the patient's doctor chose PBSC donation process. Let me just read what is PBSC. It's peripheral blood stem cell donation. It's one of the two methods of collecting blood-forming cells for bone marrow transplant. The same blood-forming cells that are found in bone marrow are also found in the circulating blood. So this process actually consists of up to 5 days leading up to the donation. You will be giving injections of a drug called filgrastim to increase the number of blood-forming cells in your bloodstream. On the day of your PBSC donation, your blood is removed through a needle in one arm and passed through a machine that will collect only the blood-forming cells. The remaining blood is returned to you through a needle in the other arm. So I started to get my injection 5 days prior to this process. The first one is done in the blood center. They will observe you for any reaction. The second one was done at home because it was a Sunday, and the next two were done actually at my work. Not even at work. The nurse came downstairs and she said, "Can you come to my car? I can give you injection in the car." So it was like less than 5 minutes. I just jumped into her car and she gave me injection. After getting the injection, you can get some body aches and headache, but I was busy working and it really didn't bother me. But I started taking Advil just to be safe. So on the day of the procedure, it's really funny that the biggest problem we faced was getting into the hospital on time in the morning in the rush hour medical center traffic. But once we get there, everything went so smooth. I was given my 5th injection and then hooked onto the machine. And my husband stayed with me. It was like 5-hour pulses to collect the stem cells. And I stayed hooked onto the machine. In fact, I think that was a good break for me and my husband. We catch up on everything around, we never have time to talk at home. So this was a good, perfect time. The whole process of donating bone marrow made me realize that such a small inconvenience on my part can be a lifesaver for someone, and how misinformed I was and most of us were about the process. I think all healthy people should register in the Be The Match and be ready to get that magic call. And once you match up with someone, please don't back out. Please go ahead and go with the donation process and save someone's life. If I ever have to do it again, I won't even think twice. It's so easy. So if it's that easy to save a life, why don't we all do it? Why don't we all register in the BeTheMatch.org and wait for that call? And please don't think twice before committing to be a lifesaver and be a bone marrow donor. After all, everything in life can wait. My deadline could wait. I could just take advance PTO at my work, and my boss was very cooperative. Everything else can be worked out. Just make up your mind and do it. I always appreciated my life and never took it for granted. But being through this process definitely made me a more content and happy person. As some wise person has said, a meaningful life is not being rich, being popular, being highly educated, or being perfect. It's about being real, being humble, being able to share ourselves and touch life of others. It is only then we could have a happy and contented life. Thank you so much.